Your role as a data scientist is to do all the rigorous statistical modeling behind the scenes, but what you show to stakeholders needs to be really simple. If you are bringing regression results to your head of marketing or head of finance, you have already lost the game. So after I did all my statistical modeling and I got all my regression results and it's very causally based, these are the three graphs that I was able to show my stakeholders to get business impact and help them make a decision. So in my last video, I described the problem as this. We had a number of very low value businesses that would come to our company and request a call from sales. But we have limited resources with a sales team and we would rather use them on higher revenue businesses. So we started sending emails to these very low revenue businesses suggesting that maybe they go back through the self-service channel. So the first chart we show is how many users, the share of users in each of these two groups received this email suggesting that they go back to the self-service platform. So in this data, we can see that there is one group that started receiving these emails right at, I think, month 18. I just made up these numbers. I simulated the data to be reflective of a real world problem, but obviously I can't use internal data, okay? So we can see that one group received the treatment. We know exactly when they received the treatment. And we can see that there's another group, in this case, the income group 50 to 100K, that did not receive this email at all. Now, this next stage is actually really important. Did people who we sent them that email encouraging them to go to self-service, did they actually go through the self-service channel? Now, it turns out that there is a point in the customer journey, like in the funnel before they can activate, that you can only reach in the self-service channel. You do not reach if you go through the sales channel. So the next thing I did was show what is the rate of reaching this checkpoint among these users. And you can see that for both groups, prior to sending out these emails, no one was reaching this checkpoint, which makes sense because these are all users that were requesting a sales contact. So none of them would have gone through the manual self-service channel until after we started emailing this one group. And now we see all of a sudden, many of them, about a third, a quarter to a third, started to go through and they reached this checkpoint in the self-service channel. And then finally, we're able to get to the main result, which is that both groups, a treated group that received the email and also a comparable group that was trending along with the treated group prior to the treatment happening, both of them dropped, both of them moved similarly over time. And if we run this as a rigorous model, we use difference in differences, we can get statistical significance, we can see that there's no evidence of a relative decline in these activation rates. But again, we are not going to show these regression results to our head of marketing, right? They just want to see images. But at the same time, you need to do the rigorous result if you're a data scientist, because your work is first going to get checked by your manager and your team, or it should be, to make sure that what you're bringing to these stakeholders is legit and is backed by rigorous science. So it's a combination. You need to do the work, you need to do the statistics, and then you need to simplify for your stakeholders. And that's how you're going to get results.